Please help me welcome Zach Aguilar.
Woo, what up? Hi, thanks for coming out, guys.
Look at this, 11 a.m. and they're here rocking.
Yes, you have questions, I have answers. I have not set my watch. It is 8 a.m. where I am from, in California.
So
help me.
So when you're doing conventions, how easy is it, or is it not easy at all to get used to the time changes and having to be at certain places at certain times?
What? No, yes, it is very difficult, I think, still, like traveling and getting jet lagged. I am probably the most prone to jet lag person in the world. So yes, but it is my first time here in Raleigh, and it's been awesome so far. Thank you guys for coming. I have been here since Thursday, and yeah, it's just been super cool to see and hang out with you guys and chat. So hopefully we get to do more of that today and tomorrow.
So how have these folks of Raleigh been treating you since it's your first time here?
Oh, super nice. Super, super nice. I have just been I've been so busy working on a new project actually right now. So every time I kind of like come out to conventions, it's just been so overwhelming like the past few months. I'm working on this new show right now called Cyberpunk Edgerunners. It is by CD Projekt Red, the team that created The Witcher, and also of course the Cyberpunk video game. And so that has been consuming a lot of my life. So when I'm not working on that, coming out to like these conventions and getting to spend time with people and like actually have genuine conversations is just so nice. It's so like rewarding and fulfilling instead of just like, I'm in the zone, I'm playing a character. I come out to these things, I get to be myself, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You've done both voiceover for anime and for voiceover for video games. Do you have a preference on either of those two?
I absolutely love doing video games. Anime is so fun, but I think it heavily restricts you because you have to match the timing of the already created animation. So I like just kind of doing acting for video games because the majority of the time we don't have to match that timing and we can really dive into the character. Sometimes I'm free to even ad-lib a little bit and add my own things to the writing, and the creators are cool with it and they'll take it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I guess you would have more leeway as opposed to matching flaps, right?
Oh, 100%.
Now, and speaking of video games, you are a player yourself.
I am,
Yeah.
yes.
Does anybody here watch Zach streams?
Yeah!
What made you start doing, the YouTube, streaming and having folks be able to reach out and talk to you while you're playing?
Right. I just kind of wanted to share the experiences of voice actors working behind the scenes, and there's so many voice actors I know that move from somewhere else and then they come to LA, and everybody has like a wild story or something crazy to tell. I think everyone kind of got into this industry in a different way, and that's why I kind of always try to have that advice for newer people who are interested in getting into voice acting, is to remember everybody has a different path and it's not the same for anybody. Like, you can go around to every voice actor here and every single person's gonna have a different story. So I just love hearing the stories from those other actors and kind of sharing it with the world.
That's awesome. And so, speaking of stories, how old were you when you actually first entered the industry?
I was like 13, 14. It's not a very interesting story, but I just really liked Naruto. Woo! And I looked at my mom and I said, "Mom, I want to be a voice actor." And she says, "You're going to school." So I was just really passionate about it, and my parents saw how I really, really wanted to do it. I went online and I learned how to use audio software, sort of became a mini audio engineer, if you will. I learned all of this stuff about audio and microphones, and I started looking up voiceover classes, the top voiceover actors. I listened to over 100 episodes of Crispin Freeman's podcast on how to become a voice actor. I read a voice acting book that Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt created, and my parents are like, okay, he has been doing this for like 2 years straight. Maybe we should get him a voice acting class. And so finally my parents got me a voice acting class. I networked with a ton of people in the industry. I sent a bajillion emails to different like agents and people's info that I found online. Out of probably 100 people, maybe one of them messaged me back, sadly. And then finally, I went on to win a voice acting competition at an anime convention when I was 16, and I played a character called Slain in Alt Noah Zero. And right after that, I went on to voice Genos in One Punch Man. And yeah, it was kind of like a huge snowball effect, and it continues to snowball to this day.
Have you been worried that, again, starting so early and you know, doing certain characters, and then as you age and your voice changes, have you been, were you worried at all about possibly losing some of those connections?
Yeah, for sure. I think when I started out, my voice definitely had like a very higher, cleaner texture, you know, like I just sounded like this all the time. And it's hard to like kind of stay at that place now, but also
I've discovered this voice.
so now I get to do that for certain roles.
That's fantastic. And just last week, the trailer for Dragon Ball Super Superhero dropped.
Yes.
Anybody see that?
Right, so for Dragon Ball Superhero, if you guys didn't know, I voice a character in the brand new Dragon Ball movie that is airing in this August, and his name is Dr. Hedo. So hopefully you will go watch it, and I'm sure you will absolutely love it. Honestly, out of all of the projects I've ever worked on, Chris Sabat, the voice actor of Vegeta, Piccolo, Shenron, like literally everybody in Dragon Ball pretty much, he's the director of the film, and the amount of love and care he put into it, like he was so meticulous about every single thing, every word, every detail. We had funny lines, and then we would take out the funny lines, and then no, that line was funny, let's put that back in. Like, and we did that multiple times. I flew to Texas from LA to work on the movie, and we got it all done in like 2 days. And yeah, like it was just an incredible experience coming from a fan who grew up watching Dragon Ball in middle school. I would watch like Dragon Ball on Nickelodeon, and yeah, it's just so surreal. I am super hyped for it. Please go watch it. Like if you are a fan of Dragon Ball, even in the smallest way, I promise you will love this film.
That's awesome. All right, so you guys have your assignment now. Speaking of assignments, if you want to go ahead and start lining up here, please no pushing, shoving, elbowing, although that might be entertaining to us up here. It's probably not fun down there. Before we get to our audience questions, I have to ask, one of my favorite questions to ask is, when doing these conventions, at a table next to you, or in the green room, or at a studio, or just in LA, has there been that time where you saw somebody, you saw a celebrity, and you absolutely fanboyed out about it?
Oh wow, yes. It's weird because now I know him at conventions. It's Steve Downes, the voice of Master Chief from the Halo series. I am a huge fan of Halo. I grew up playing Halo when I was 7 years old. My dad brought home an Xbox, and my mom never forgave him for it. So it's nuts to actually know him. Amazing guy, so kind. I freaked out. I remember, I think I asked his agents, I said, hey, do you think I could get a picture with Steve? Like, that's all I want. And they were so kind. They brought him over to my table, and we took a picture. Like, this was back in January, and now I swear I have seen him over 10 times at like every different event that I go to, and it's surreal.
That's awesome, and he's a great guy.
Oh yeah.
Right, so, you know, they always say, you know, never meet your heroes, but I mean,
I'm so glad I met my hero. Yeah, he's very kind.
That's awesome. You ready for some questions here?
Yes, let's do
All
it.
right. Hello, what's your name?
My name's Maddie, and if Tundra was stuck in 2020 with the pandemic, what do you think he would do to keep himself entertained?
What would he do to keep himself safe?
Like entertained.
Entertained.
Oh, entertained. He would have his little quarantine pod with Inosuke and Zenitsu, and they would probably, honestly, they would probably just try to kill each other. Yeah, they'd probably drive each other insane, so I think that would be pretty entertaining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I wanted to know, like, out of all of the video games and animes that you voice acted for, what was your all-time favorite character and what connection did you have with them?
Ooh, it's really tricky because they're all pretty different. I would say I really had a strong connection to playing Byleth in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and yes, that is also part of the reason why is because he got into the video game Super Smash Brothers, and I grew up playing Super Smash Brothers. So it's just really weird to think about, like, wow, I was playing this game when I was like 7 years old on, like, what? How is this possible? Now I'm in it. Time to call up all my elementary school friends.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Steven, and my question is, if you can go to any fictional universe, where would you go?
If I could go any place in the universe?
Any fictional universe.
Any fictional?
Oh, any fictional universe. I think going into the world of Pokemon would be cool. Yeah. Which I also play this character named Milo in Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to be Milo. I would just want to be a random player character who goes around and is free to catch whatever Pokemon he chooses.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Hello. What's your name?
I'm Jordan. Out of all the breathing styles in Demon Slayer, which one would you really want to try out?
I think like sound breathing would be very. It would make sense for me because I'm a voice actor. So that would be cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Katie. My question for you is, if Aether and Tanjiro swapped roles for a day, who would last the longest?
Oh. I don't know if Aether would be able to survive in the world of slaying demons. I think he would run for the hills. He'd be like, what is this new world? Another new world? Is there a Lumine in this world? The Lumine is not in this world. How do I get out of this world? Maybe I think Tanjiro would survive a little bit more because he is used to, I mean, I don't know. Oh, it's tricky. I don't know. Tanjiro has like a split vision, I see, right? He's got like water breathing and like the sun breathing, so I don't know. He can use two at once. Either has to go talk to the statue in order to get a new element. So, Tanjiro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Erin.
Thank you.
Everybody probably knows that you voice Aether in Genshin Impact, and I was just wondering who out of all the other characters you voice would have the most, not necessarily like fill his shoes in Tibet, but like have the most amusing adventures in Tibet.
Who would have the most amazing adventure, like if they were Aether or in his position?
Like just in Tibet and in
Ooh.
his position.
Well, I don't know why. I play a lot of characters that happen to have siblings. I am an only child, so that is fun. There's this character I played called Nier in a game known as Nier Replicant. It's done by Square Enix. And he also has a younger sister, I guess, that he's trying to save. So maybe Nier would make the most sense if it wasn't like Tanjiro and Nezuko, or Arthur from the Seven Deadly Sins. Oh wow!
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully they make the Four Nights of the Apocalypse. Fingers crossed. Come on, Netflix.
Hello.
Hi. So you voiced Violet in Three Houses, but my question was, if you were at the Officers Academy, like personally, which of the houses would you like to be in?
Ooh, I have to go with my edgy eye patch boy, so Blue Lions.
What about you?
Golden Deer.
Fear the Deer.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Sam. So, like, on that with like voicing Violet, because you weren't the original voice actor for Violet, they changed it. Like, how was that process, and how did you feel like coming in later in the game to voice Byleth?
Yeah, I mean, everybody was super supportive of it. I mean, it was really cool. I think at that point, we didn't know he was going to be in Super Smash Brothers, so I was just excited to be a part of the Fire Emblem franchise, and Nintendo was super kind, and whoa, I got really close to this thing. They're really kind and courteous, and it was sort of like a dream come true, right? Like working with Nintendo and working with the higher-ups from that company, and just getting to be a part of a legendary series like Fire Emblem. Yeah, I did Three Houses and Heroes, and then Smash came around, and funny story, they actually told me that Super Smash Brothers was Fire Emblem Three Houses DLC in the emails that they would send to me. So when I went in to record for it, I didn't know it was for Smash Brothers until in the middle of the session, when I see like the little Smash envelope like flying through the air, the animation, I look over and I see Patrick Seitz, the director, and he is just laughing so hard. And I was like, Patrick, what is this? What is this? He said, yes, you know all those lines you just recorded?
This is for Smash.
And I was like, what? Are you serious? I could not believe it. Like, it didn't seem like it was real until it finally came out and the news was out there, and it blew up on social media in both bad ways and good ways. Everybody wanted Dante. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is Byleth your go-to character in Smash Brothers?
Can I be honest? I play Jigglypuff. But Byleth is my second, for sure. He is my best second.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Delilah, but from all the characters you've played, which ones would you want to meet the most?
Ooh. I think meeting Tanjiro would be very cool. He is so young. People forget about this kid who had basically his entire family murdered in the first episode. Spoilers. But he is just so like courageous and kind-hearted, and I think I would just like try to talk to him and hopefully become a better person by knowing him, because he's I don't know how he's so kind. Like, these demons are literally trying to kill his friends, who you could say would be pretty much his only family that he really has left, and they come so close to dying so many times, and he still will kill this demon and say a little prayer for them. And I just don't know how, like, in my mindset, I would not be saying a prayer for that demon, okay? I would be like dancing on their grave and be like, take that demon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name's Laura. I was just wondering, if you were in Genshin Impact, what would be your element and your weapon?
I would be a pyro user, and I would love to use different colors of fire and flames, because I am fancy like that. My weapon would be a dull blade. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Dull blade. I gotta stick with the dull blade. Koi Dao told me to use the dull blade and to level it, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, my name is Luke, and out of all the characters that you voice, my personal favorite would be Koichi from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh yeah. Most reliable guy.
I just wanted to ask, what was it like working on a show that's as out there as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
It was very bizarre. I think that is the best way I can put it. Every single episode was an experience, I would say. My favorite scene in the show, which I will not repeat because of reasons, is Act 3 with the nurse in that one episode. If you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Let's kill the... Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Imani.
Hello.
I wanted to ask, out of all the characters you voice, who do you think is most like you personality-wise?
Who's the most like me, personality-wise? Probably Ether or Tanjiro, one of the two. I'm not sure which one. Maybe if Ether had more voice lines, then... Windblade.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Coda, and I was just going to ask in Genshin Impact, what is one feature of any character you would change and why?
One feature of any character that I could change?
Yes.
I think it would be cool, I mean, maybe if they keep the Traveler's stats the same, but make it easier to switch between elements. I don't, maybe that would be cheating or something, but it would be cool to be the Avatar and like kind of switch between the elements like that.
Like a Thanos gauntlet?
Yeah, I guess I just want, I don't know, there's so many things I want. I want the Traveler to get a new outfit too. Come on. Bring it home, Hoyoverse, please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Is Genshin your go-to game right now, or what are you playing right now?
Ooh, let me think. I've been playing Hollow Knight, actually. It's really cool. A little bit of Genshin when I can. I've been so busy, like I said, working on not only Cyberpunk, but a few other shows that haven't been announced yet, and it has been consuming my entire life. So when I'm not working, I'm probably sleeping.
Hello. Hi, my name's Finn. Out of Tanjiro, Arthur, and Genos, who was the hardest to voice act for?
Yeah, so I think each one has a different struggle. I feel like for Genos, the main thing for me is like, how do I talk like this and keep it like this the entire time? Like, my master is a very busy man. Say it in 20 words or less. Like, you know, just to keep my voice in that place was very difficult. Performance-wise, vocal-wise, I mean, Tanjiro, hands down. This character goes through every single emotion I can possibly think of. Happiness, sadness, crying, anger, fighting, screaming, dying. You know what I mean? Like, it is insane. And if you saw season 2, it was the hardest thing I've ever recorded. I can't remember what episode, but it was the Daki, like in Gyutaro fight. Holy crap. It was very hard. The director's like, yeah, so this is a 15-second long scream, and it sounds like he kind of just gives it everything he's got, so I would hate to be you right now. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Serena, and I was wondering if you have any voice acting warm-ups that you do.
Ooh, I do all sorts of stuff. I do like my little lip trills, which usually I try to find a 5-tone scale, which you can find on YouTube. It's like singing exercises, and I go. I do a lot of those. I do a lot of. And it helps me be able to do squeak noises.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. My name's Malik. When you're doing like those high intensity emotional scenes, like with Tanjiro and stuff, how do you overcome that little bit of awkwardness that like just screaming out into a microphone bring?
Yeah, like screaming into a padded room in the void and and knowing that you could mess up and embarrass yourself in front of the other people that are listening to you and the pressure is on. You kind of don't. It's always awkward. But you just try to immerse yourself as much as you possibly can in the scene. Like I'll watch it, I'll listen to the music sometimes really quick. I mean, when we're working on these shows for dubbing, it is extremely fast. We don't get the scripts beforehand. It's all cold reading, so whenever I am looking at a scene for a character like Tanjiro, I have read the line probably like 30 seconds prior before we actually record it. So that's kind of difficult. I have to put myself in like these different emotional places and get really sad sometimes and just like try to amp myself up while doing it. Sometimes I just kind of try to think of like really sad things and just, I don't know, I move around in a weird way in the booth, and then as soon as I hear those little beeps go, how we record in ADR, it goes beep, 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 and then we record on the fourth imaginary beat, and just kind of let it rip. And if it sucks, the director will usually tell me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi,
What's your
I'm
name?
Hannah, and I was wondering if you were in Genshin Impact and you could choose a region and a friend from that region, which ones would it be?
If I could choose one region to live in,
Yeah.
well, I do not like the politics of Inazuma. I think it is the most beautiful region. I absolutely love Japan and would love to visit one of these days. So based off of that, I think I would pick Inazuma.
Which friend would you choose from Inazuma?
Which what?
If you could be friends with somebody from Inazuma.
Kazuha.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fans out there. Hello.
Hi, my name's Hollis. I was wondering, what's the difference for you in like connecting to the character with people like Ether and Violet who don't have a lot of voice lines compared to like Tanjiro who has all of the voice lines?
Right. To be honest, it's really difficult, I think, when you're first trying to figure out who that character is, and you want to give them a personality, but then sometimes the companies will bring you back and say, hey, you're doing too much, you're giving them too much emotion, it's too much of the character, because we want players to imagine themselves as this character while they're playing the game. I try to I usually just really trust the director, I think, at that point. I give it my all, and usually it is too emotional, and then the director will bring me back and say, make this a little bit more stoic, make this a little less like, throw it away, like try, but don't try.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have you had a scenario where, like you said, you're doing your lines and they aren't working, and then you leave and you've had to come back to do the line again after you've already done your session? You have to come back for a pickup.
Yes, a bunch of different times. Sometimes it's either like they want it said a different way, or they change the line completely, and they're like, you know what, instead of saying it this way, I feel like that's happened multiple times for Demon Slayer. Some of the attacks that they have translated, like, I can't think of an example right now, but some of the attacks I think they've changed because the translation of it, like, initially just sounded weird to, like, scream out as you're slicing off a demon's head. But yeah, no, definitely, all the time it happens. So they always have us do like pickups and random things. Even for the Dragon Ball movie, that happened. And luckily, I was in town for a convention in Dallas, so it worked out perfectly. They're like, hey, come back in, redo some of your lines. We want to change the performance a little bit and like just tone it down. Like you don't have to go so crazy with it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Jordan, and I just have one question. What is your favorite breathing form, like the style, and attack form?
Hard to say. I mean, I think that the breathing form that that Tanjiro as a character would relate the most to is water breathing, fifth form, blessed rain after the drought. And then that's when he slices off the Spider-Mom's head in episode 18, I believe.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Jaden. I'm trying to remember. If out of all Demon Slayer episodes, which one of voice acting is your most favorite?
Yeah. There's so many good moments, and in the movie too, when Tanjiro gets to like see his family again in the dream, that was so sad. I love doing those kinds of super emotional scenes. It's hard to choose. It's between that, fighting Rui in episode 19, and that Gyutaro crazy Super Saiyan scream that I got to do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
So I'm Abigail. I've been watching your Genshin polling stream since Zhao back in 1.2 or something like that.
Oh yeah, so you watched
Yeah.
Lila do the whole kazoo solo.
Yes,
Nice.
that's my favorite part of the whole thing. But
Oh,
which,
right on.
out of all of the polling streams, which one was your favorite?
Which one was my favorite?
Yeah, like which voice actor was the most fun to talk to?
Ooh. Are people recording this?
Mine's Koi, don't worry.
Koi who? It's hard to say. Everybody brings like a different energy, I think. I really liked. It's so bad to watch back because I was very nervous. For those of you who don't know, one of the first ones I did, which was with Jen Losi, Ganyu's voice actor. Ganyu's like my main character that I use right now on my team, so I absolutely love Ganyu. So having her on the stream was really cool. Watching that stream back though, I can tell, I'm like, wow, I have no idea what I'm doing. I was so nervous. And the reason why is because when I switched over to YouTube, like thousands of people tuned in for that stream and it was very unexpected. I thought maybe we would get like 100 people at the most. So I just remember being terrified. But Jen was so kind and gracious and was just, like she is very well spoken. And I think she just carries streams so well, even her own streams. If you've ever watched her, I think it's twitch.tv/Jen Losi. She's just, yeah, an amazing speaker.
Yeah, my main is Zhao, so.
Oh, nice, yeah. Do the kazoo.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
My name is Kira, and I do have a question for you. If you had any advice for someone who's just getting into voice acting, what would you tell them?
Take every single acting class possible. Like truly, if I could look back on it and what would have accelerated my career faster as a voice actor would have been to like take on camera classes more. Because I used to do that as like a kid, but I kind of swore it off because I said, no, I just want to be a voice actor. I just want to do voice acting. But I kind of found out later on that the people who work the most as voice actors, they do everything. Like they have training in theater and on camera and voice acting specifically. So I would, on top of taking voice acting classes, I would take on camera classes and, you know, try to kind of get into that industry as well and just like bury yourself in every form of acting possible. And on top of that, maybe get like a mentor. If voice acting is your specific focus, find somebody who has been doing this for 20 years and learn from them, ask them questions, take classes with them, and have them truthfully gauge your progress to let you know when you're ready to like contact these studios and submit, because in my opinion, first impressions really are everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, voice acting obviously keeping you very busy. Could you see yourself getting into either live action or theater later on down the road?
It would be really cool, actually. I've had an opportunity for something recently pop up, and they're like, yeah, can you fly out to this location? We'll get you a flight, like, we want to just give you this role kind of deal. I had that happen to me recently for on camera, and I'm so busy right now. I told them, guys, I can't do it. Like, I am working on this show, I am committed to this other project, but can I be a voice in this show instead? And can I record it from my house and just like patch in, because then I don't have to fly, like I don't have to take all that travel time away. I can do that session and then boom, go do my other projects that I'm committed to like within minutes afterwards. And so I got to do that for something. Yeah.
So I'll have to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, totally. Definitely something I kind of want to explore though. If I do have more time once I'm finished with a few of these projects I'm working on, we'll see what happens. I'm always exploring new opportunities.
Awesome. Hello, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Ricky. My question is, if you could voice act in any anime that you're not in right now, what would it be?
I would want to be in the brand new Avatar: The Last Airbender animation movies. Yes.
Thank you.
Manifesting, please.
What are the Twitters? Hello, what's your name?
Addison, my question is, who's your favorite non-playable character?
Timmy. My pigeons!
Hello.
Hello, my name is Kat, and I was wondering, what do you think would have happened to Genos had he not met Saitama?
Oh, what was that?
What do you think would have happened to Genos had he not met Saitama?
I don't know. He would just be out there fighting people and probably losing because he doesn't win any fights. He wins like one, I think, against the human and the gorilla guy in that one episode. He would be lost without his master.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name is Aslin. I'm going back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love you, Koichi. Anyways, which stand user would you like to have if you were like actually in JoJo's?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's a lot of really cool ones, but I think after connecting with Koichi, it's such a basic answer, but I'd have to go with Act 3. Maybe it's because I've seen too many memes and I am just like, I have immersed myself in it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Percy. Zach, what's your opinion on if the Traveler were to unfortunately be fit, Venti takes their form?
If he would, wait, what?
So you know how Venti's in the form of the nameless bard? If the Traveler were to die and Venti were to take the Traveler's form, what's your opinion on that?
I think the game would end. The Traveler can't die. He's the master of all the elements and the best character in the game. And yeah, I don't know. It would be over. Especially for me, because I would be out of a job.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Saturn. I'm trying to settle a debate with my friend right now.
Oh no.
So, out of the 3 available elements to the Traveler right now, which one do you think fits Aether's vibe more?
Thank you so much for coming to this panel. It's been amazing. It's difficult to say. I'm attached to Anemo the most because of the Windblades, of course, but I actually am trying to build the Geo Traveler right now at this very moment. Unfortunately, I am the unluckiest person in the world, and my artifacts are garbage.
Thank you so much. Hello, what's your name?
Hey there, I'm Hunter. Nice to meet you. I recently watched Mugen Train, the arc, for the first and second time, and I was wondering which was more difficult, recording that or watching it emotionally?
Definitely recording it. I think the reason why is because when we saw the movie, I was one of the first people to watch it. But here's the kicker, is I was watching it while recording it. So they're like, oh, this happens in the movie, rest in pepperonis, Rengoku, and then they're like, okay, you're up, get ready to record. And it happened just like that. It was like, we watched the scene, 10 seconds later, I'm like screaming and crying.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Hannah, and my question is, in Demon Slayer, what would be your favorite ship/couple and why?
Yeah, in Final Selection, there's actually these like really cool looking rocks, and there's a rock with wisteria on it, and there's a rock with like moss on it, and I think if those rocks like came together and had a baby, it would make a like wisteria moss looking rock. It would be amazing.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Step up, step up.
Hi, I'm Claire, and in Demon Slayer, who's your favorite upper moon?
Ooh. This question. Oh, it's so difficult. I mean, I like a lot of the demons, but I feel like in the manga, there's going to be, well, I kind of know some of the other demons in the manga, but I don't want to talk about it yet, so can I like save this for like, can I answer this question in 2 years?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jules, and my question is, who will you most likely become friends with in Demon Slayer?
Who am I most likely to become friends with?
Yes.
Out of the entire group, and I'm not saying this because I'm biased, I think Tanjiro and Nezuko, even though she's a demon, are the most sane of the group and reliable. For Zenitsu, I have no idea. He would probably be sleeping and or freaking out at something. He would probably be looking at that wall over there and just being like, "Oh my god, this wall is so scary!" Ah! So he would be doing that, and I would be over here fighting demons and being like, "Zenitsu, I need your help." And he'd be freaking out because that wall is just blue, and he's never seen a blue wall before. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite character in the show is actually Inosuke. But I don't know how much I can count on him, I guess. But he would be very entertaining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie. So my question is, if you could meet any of the demons, like Upper Moon, Lower Moon, or just a regular demon that Tanjiro slays, which one would you want to meet?
I would meet Akaza, and I would just say, why? My favorite Hashira.
Yes.
How dare you?
For Rengoku.
For Rengoku.
Hi, I'm Angelina, and I just wanted to wonder, what was your reaction when you were told you were able to play Tanjiro?
Like when I started working on the project, it was really cool. I remember I kind of looked it up online. I didn't know too much about Demon Slayer beforehand. The episodes just started airing in Japan, I think. They were probably on only the second episode or so. And I looked it up, I read a little bit of the manga, I read like the synopsis and read about all the different characters. And I thought it was gonna be really cool. I'm like, oh, awesome, like a shonen protagonist, like, looks amazing. But then as I was working on the show, we kind of realized that Tanjiro is just, he's just really special and so different from the majority of shonen protagonists because he's like slaying these demons but has like this kind-hearted, compassionate self. And I don't know, it was just really unique, I think, for me because usually I do one or the other. I am like full-on action hero, or I am like, you know, young boy who would not hurt a fly, and he's both at the same time. But we had no idea how like big the show was gonna be. Literally, when we work on it, it's usually at a maximum 4 people in the studio. It's me, the audio engineer, the director, and then maybe a client on the line from Japan. So to see the outreach, like to see how many people it has touched and like how many people relate to the show is just mind-blowing.
Thank you.
All right, this is gonna be our last question of the day. Let's go out with a bang. What's your name?
I'm Dahlia, and I was wondering if both Diluc and Kaya were drowning, which one would you save and why?
Let me think a little bit about their voice actors. I know this is not based off the characters themselves. Do they both have to be drowning? But wouldn't Kaya just make an ice bridge? No, Kaya would make the ice bridge. I think Kaya would save himself. That's what would happen. What? I hear Kaya versus Diluc. Thank you guys so much for coming to the panel. I really do appreciate it. Yes. Kai would save himself with the ice pitch, and in turn save D-Luke. That is my answer.
Zach, are you gonna be at your table?
I will be at my table all day today, and as much as I possibly can tomorrow. So if you do have another question, or if you would like to meet me and have like a one-on-one chat, I would absolutely love to meet you guys. I am down in the Dealers Hall, I believe it is called. I always get confused. It's like Dealers Hall, Exhibitors Hall, whatever that big giant hall is where you go and, you know, get cool things. That's where I'm at.
Thank you, Raleigh. Please give it up. Zach,
thanks for coming, guys.
Hey everyone, my name is Soul, and I'm the guy who just held the camera during that panel you just watched. And if you're a fan of Demon Slayer, or if you just want more panels, this is the channel for you. I actually got a Demon Slayer tattoo right there. That's how you know I'm a fan. Subscribe. Check out the channel. I got videos I think you would like. Click the buttons. Like the videos. Do the things that make my brain juice happy. But seriously, thank you for your time. Any person that took the time to watch or subscribe, you're the best. And until next time, with that, I leave you.